I'd just like to share with you a few thoughts now about setting up and the layout of your slideshow presentation. Whenever you do a presentation with slides, one thing to keep in mind is that your purpose here is to share things with the audience. Okay, it isn't so much about your own personal tastes, although you certainly want to put your own personal mark on the slides that you make and make it your own style. But you have to remember that your true purpose here when making a presentation is to share your ideas or share data, share information of some sort with others. And so a few things you want to keep in mind here when we do that. And one of them is the way you lay out or set up your slides. And the biggest tip I can give you here with that is the idea of consistency. Okay? Now, and the reason I bring up consistency is because you want to make your slides easy to read. And if you are changing constantly your layout, or if you're changing constantly the backgrounds that are on your slides, it can be very confusing to an audience because every time, if you have a slide that's much different from the next as far as its layout or background goes, it takes them a long time to process and see what's on the screen. So, for example, if I was doing something where I wasn't putting the title at the top and centering it all the time, maybe I was putting the title at the bottom on some, maybe I was putting the title in a different font or something like that each time, that might be confusing to my audience. And so I want to be as consistent as I can with the layout, okay, of my slideshow. All right? So please keep that in mind when you are thinking about that. If you're a person that likes to put the title in the middle, always put your title in the middle. Now, it usually makes sense to put the title at the top. It usually makes sense to make the title bigger than the rest of the information on that slide so that they understand what they're looking at there. It does make sense to use bullets for your lists because it makes them stand out. It does also make sense to have consistency in your font color. Okay. Now, there are some exceptions to that. But here, for example, this is in a dark color. I should probably make it more consistent with the color that we're using on the other slides. Now, once in a while, color can be a good thing because it can help things stand out. Okay? So let's say I had something on this slide, and I kept the same theme, but I changed my color. All right? But I didn't change it drastically. All right? I kept the same text color, that sort of thing. So if you want something to stand out, sometimes there's exceptions there, and you can make some color changes. But again, consistency. If you're a person that likes to put your titles in the center, always put them in the center at the top. If you're a person that wants them left justified or left aligned, try to be consistent with that. And I think you'll be in good shape. So just that idea of consistency, your own style, use your own style, but staying consistent throughout your slides will make the viewing experience easier, and it keeps people more interested in what you have to say, not so much in what's going on in your slides as far as layout goes.